Welcome to Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
This is Missouri, dive site, Bonne Terre Mine, trail number 2, August 22nd, 2020. As we descend along the wall, I use it as a reference. In the darkness, it's hard to tell if you're maintaining neutral buoyancy, but with the wall as a reference point, it's much easier. I'm also using 2 video lights, each 2300 lumens. I'm trying to keep my lights directed toward the wall to keep from blinding the other divers. Here we're entering the first overhead environment, an archway in the tunnel. I'm keeping my lights and camera directed toward the overhead to keep from blinding the other divers, and there's not much to see except for darkness in front of us. You can see the air bubbles from the diver's exhaust creating pockets in the ceiling. As we exit the arch, it bifurcates, and there are 2 directions to choose from. I'll ascend a little, and you can see there's another tunnel above the tunnel we just came through. You may also notice the exhaust venting into the tunnel above. The mine is designed purposefully with one tunnel above the other, so that the pillars are also one above the other, or one continuous pillar down through the layers of the mine. Here we see the remnants of an old ore chute. Wood and iron artifacts last a lot longer in fresh water than they would in salt water. Here we're approaching a small opening between mine tunnels, where the miners created a shortcut for themselves so they wouldn't have to go all the way back around. Our leader has placed her light in front of the hole and passed through, and now we all wait our turn to pass through single file. The opening is actually quite narrow, but easy enough to navigate. Here you get a good view of the entire opening. As I prepare to pass through the opening, I determined it wasn't quite wide enough and I had to turn my camera and tray sideways to get the lights to fit through. Once on the other side, turn around so you can see some of the other divers coming through. We had a fairly large group, but everyone got through pretty quickly. Here we see another ore car. Cars that ran on rails. You can see a piece of the railway to the left of the car. The cars and track were used to transport the ore, the lead, throughout the mine. You can see the car's been filled with artifacts that divers have found. Here's a glimpse into another one of the trails. I don't recall what trail number this one was. Here we find a makeshift bench where the miners would stop and have a smoke and read a magazine. I'm still amazed at the quality or visibility of the water. It's well over 100 feet. And the small amount of silt on the bottom. It's not nearly what I expected. Here we're approaching another rail car. There are quite a large number of artifacts to be seen in the mine. Dive 2's come to an end, and it's time to get out of the water for a little while. Another great dive at Bonne Terre Mine, Missouri. If you get the opportunity, I highly recommend it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.